Now we continue tracking the investigations in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack. Sources have informed your channel that security agencies have identified a key terrorist behind the massacre that unfolded in Pahalgam on the 22nd of April. His name is Hashim Musa. He's a Pakistani national and a former para-commando of Pakistan's Special Forces. Now he's said to be the mastermind behind the brutal attack in Pahalgam. We're joined currently by both Priyank as well as Pradeep Datta, who are keeping a very close eye on the investigations in this matter. Priyank, coming to you first. Now, Hashim Musa is a former para-commando of the Pakistan Special Forces. And Priyank, this exposes Pakistan's direct role in the entire matter because it is part of a trend on the part of the Pakistani army and its special forces to frequently loan some of its cadre to organizations and terrorist outfits like the Lashkar-e-Toiba. That is something that appears to have happened in this instance as well with Hashim Musa. Take us through his antecedents.
Yes, it is Siddharth. Hashim Musa is someone who has been trained in the Pakistani soil. He was also part of the group which is being part of the terror network in Pakistan, and he was also part of a very elaborate training in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Yesterday's visual, if it is there on a TV screen, our viewers can clearly see that people were running on an open area. Normal local terrorist is not able and is not that much trained here in Kashmir Valley who can go ahead and shoot all those individuals who are running to save their life. At a very high speed, these tourists were running, but these terrorists who came in two set of attire, two of them were wearing camouflage and two of them were wearing feather and who were on the gate side. They opened fire on these individuals. So the zipline video is a very important piece of evidence which also establishes that a trained set of terrorists was sent to the valley so that they can carry out attack. That's why they managed to kill 28 people, which is a very, very shocking thing, a very alarming thing which came into light. Everyone was thinking that how is it possible that the two terrorists who can go ahead and without opening a burst fire, because in case of burst fire that all the magazine comes out. But in this videos we can see that single shot rounds were heard because these terrorists were apparently told to go and eliminate and kill all those tourists, maximum number of tourists, whenever they reach to the Bison Valley. So video evidences and the audio which is coming out from Bison was clearly suggesting that there were many individuals who were trained. Later to that, we saw that the local police had also issued a press statement that they had also released a picture of Musa, who has been trained in Pakistan, which is clearly giving a picture.
We're showing those visuals of Hashim Musa on our television screens. Priyank, stay with us. We're currently joined by Lieutenant General Vishnu Chaturvedi, retired. He's a defense expert. Thank you for speaking to Times Now, sir. First and foremost, what is your take, General Chaturvedi, on the modus operandi of the terrorists who participated in that massacre? Did it show that they were very well trained to carry out an operation of that nature? And what indications does the terrorist attack itself show about the involvement of the Pakistan Special Forces or the army in training these individuals?
There is no doubt as far as the involvement of army or the special forces is concerned. In fact, one of the terrorists is supposed to be ex-para-commando from the Pakistan army. They were very well trained. They were indoctrinated by the Pakistan army, and involvement of Pakistan army is beyond doubt. Even some locals, the overground workers, some local support was definitely there with them. They were provided with logistics, they were provided with navigation. They had done the recce also of this area, and they were well prepared to do. What that video has come about indicates a lot of things, and I am sure NIA will be able to crack this total nexus and also get to the bottom of the case, and all those 4 or 5 who have caused this dastardly and heinous crime will be given the justice that they deserve.
Right, General Chaturvedi, let's hope that does indeed happen. Let me go across to my colleague Pradeep Datta as well, who's keeping an eye on the investigations. Pradeep, when one actually went through the entire interrogation of David Coleman Headley, who of course was one of the masterminds of the 26/11 terror attacks in Mumbai. The interrogation revealed his contact with a person called Major Samir Ali. That was basically an ISI agent who was directly involved with the Lashkar-e-Toiba. What we see here in this particular instance of the Pahalgam massacre is a man called Hashim Musa, a former para-commando, once again affiliated and associated directly with the Pakistani army, participating in operations of the Lashkar-e-Toiba. What does this trend indicate?
See, Siddharth, there are two things. One, it exposes the nexus between the Pakistan army and terror organizations like Lashkar-e-Toiba, because everybody knows that whether it's Lashkar-e-Toiba or Jaish-e-Mohammed, they are being used as assets by Pakistan army and deep state to train their guns towards India. And here in this case, it is Hashim Musa. Hashim Musa is an ex-para-commando of SSG group, and he is highly trained to carry out a covert operation. And there is every possibility that he has been allowed to join Lashkar-e-Toiba for time being, because they wanted to have an edge so far as terror-related operations in Kashmir Valley are concerned, because during the last few years we have seen that many of their top brains were eliminated by security forces. So they wanted somebody trained to be here, once again revive terror-related activities and also boost sagging morale of all those terrorists operating in this area. It was with that intention only in September 2023 that Hashim Musa was infiltrated into Kashmir Valley. Initially he kept on operating in Pahalgam area along with some of more Pakistani terrorists. And now what we have been told by the sources in NI that it was only a few days back he got in touch with some of the overground workers, whether it's Adil and or Asif. They are the one who are provided logistic support, help him to do recce of that area. It is only after proper recce of that area they decided to carry out this operation. Sure. See, idea behind carrying out this communal massacre was clear, that they wanted to create a divide between Hindus and Muslims. They knew that once this thing will happen, there is going to be backlash in different parts of the country.
As well as Priyank, stay with us.